Welcome, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. The project today was one that I originally drafted in EQ5, and I ran across it and decided to include some much more current fabrics and thought it would be a wonderful quilt for Valentine's Day. View the project sketchbook. On the Fabrics tab, select Clear, followed by OK and Close. Select Search Fabric Swatches, and if you have downloaded the Fabric of the Month collection from October of 2022, it's Moda Leather and Lace. And so I'm going to select it, do a Select All Fabrics, Add to Sketchbook, and Close. Select the block work table and select New Block Pieced Easy Draw. In the Precision toolbar, change the block width and height to 4, set the snaps at 4 by 4, and make sure snapping options are snap to grid only. Select the Grid tool and change the columns and rows to 4 by 4 and drag a grid from the upper left to lower right corner. With the Line tool, we're going to draw an outline of a heart. And so we're going to turn some of those squares into half square triangles. For the lower diagonal, you don't even need to stop at each square. You can draw one long diagonal that intersects two squares. Select the Color tab and color this in a variety of reds and pinks. And add to Project Sketchbook. Select the Quilt work table and select a new quilt horizontal. On the Layout tab, change the number of blocks horizontal to 7 and vertical to 9. Since the hearts were designed using a 4 by 4 grid, I'd like to use a variable for that for setting my size. And so I'm going to do 8 by 8. Select the Border tab and make the first border 2 inches. Select Add and change the style to corner blocks and change the size to 8 inches. Select Add, make this mitered, it's going to be a binding, change the size to a 1/2 inch. Select the Design tab and under Set Block, locate the heart block. Click on the 4 corners. Start on the 4th row on the left edge and click on the diagonals to create a group of 7 hearts and repeat for the bottom. Then in the center, we're going to put 5 heart blocks. Using the Control or Command key, set the heart in one of the border corners. We'll now insert some setting blocks, and for this we can actually use some of the default blocks. Select the half square triangle block and click on the 5 open blocks in the upper left corner. Select Rotate and click on the blocks to create a long diagonal of the yellow fabric. And we're going to do the same in the other 4 corners. Under Set Block, locate the half square triangle block and click on the 5 open spaces in the other 3 corners. Select Rotate and click on the blocks to adjust the orientation to create the diagonal lines. Under Set Block, locate the 4X block and click on the open blocks that are in the center both horizontally and vertically. Select Rotate and rotate the blocks so the whites face the outside edge for each side. Then we're going to do another set block and use the default block and click on the remaining squares. Rotate and rotate the half square triangle blocks to create additional diagonal segments. Under Fabric Tools, use Swap Color and select the background fabric and replace the white with the background. Select the paintbrush and color each of the yellow and blue patches with a variety of blues and browns from the fabric palette. I realized I missed rotating a couple of those half square triangle blocks, so I will go back to block tools, use rotate to fix, and then go back to fabric tools. I will finish coloring the yellow and blue patches. I will then experiment with some different options for the borders and binding. Select Hide Show Quilt patch lines, and if necessary, make any adjustments in coloring. And one trick to have the hearts look a little bit more random is under block tools, you could do flips and just adjust the orientation of some of the blocks. Then add to Project Sketchbook. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you will enjoy drafting this Hearts Galore Valentine quilt. If you are just starting to explore electric quilt, check out my introductory class, Shoot for the Stars with EQ8. Or if you're ready for a deeper dive, check out the Techno Quilter membership.